are back with some of the stories that have made headlines in and around Africa. This is Daily News Africa with your hosts Belinda and Mary.
Yes, it has been an interesting week and we have a lot in store for you. Starting with Kanye West 2 weeks ago announced that he was running for the US presidency. And now he's out. So if you thought you had someone to vote for, guess what? You're back to two old grumpy men.
Kanye West has dropped his bid for the presidency. On July 4th, the rapper and designer announced his intention to run for president under a new independent party, which he called the Birthday Party. Though West has yet to comment, his election strategist Steve Kramer most recently has stated that Ye is out. As a campaign staffer, it was up to Kramer and his team to get West on the ballot in states such as Florida and South Carolina in time for the November election. While announcing his bid for the presidency in a tweet, West declared, "We must now realize the promise of America by trusting God, unifying our vision and building our future. I am running for president of the United States." Then, in a wide-ranging follow-up interview with Forbes magazine, West renounced his support of the current president, gave thoughts on Democratic nominee Joe Biden, and voiced his skepticism of a coronavirus vaccine. Critics have been very vocal regarding West's presidential campaign, stating that it may have been nothing more than a promotional tool for his new Gap collaboration, while others believe it could irresponsibly lure away the percentage of voters from the two main candidates. Nevertheless, prior to his exit, a national poll was conducted and revealed Kanye received just 2% of the presidential vote. Stay tuned to Hypebeast for more trending stories.
Kanye, you think this is a game? Birthday party? Really? That's the name of the party?
Is this a joke?
I mean, right from when he tweeted that was going to be the name of the party, Twitter ran with it. It was just going wild about the news. And then 2 weeks later, it's gone. Just raising people's hopes and dropping them.
Had he stayed, imagine how lit the rallies would have been, Sunday service, free easy concerts. So it's just, but it would have been a lit race, a very lit race.
Yeah, well, at least now we know he wasn't doing it for the money. He wasn't trying to make sales by, or trying to sell his new album or sell some more Yeezys. We know he's not a selfish person.
Moving on to South Africa. Belinda, what is happening in SA?
President Ramaphosa has done it again. There has been a ban on alcohol in South Africa this week.
South African President Cyril Ramaphosa on Sunday said the country will return to a ban of the sales of alcohol immediately and restate a night curfew. According to him, the move is to reduce the volume of trauma patients so that hospitals have more beds to treat people infected with COVID-19.
We have therefore decided that in order to conserve hospital capacity, in order to make sure that there are sufficient and enough beds in our hospitals that are not taken by those who come in resulting from alcohol-induced trauma or injuries.
South Africa's rapid increase in reported cases has made it one of the world center for COVID-19, now the ninth country most affected by the disease, according to Johns Hopkins University.
It can't be that serious, guys. Right now, it means the whole country literally needs to go to rehab. The number of alcohol-related cases that are being reported in the hospitals are more than the COVID-19 cases. How did we get here?
It's terribly outrageous. Makes me curious, though. I'm wondering if it's a case of people who are so, locked in and caged up that they feel the need to now sort of play some sort of catch up with the alcohol. After all these months now, let's drink all we can. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where we need to remember that we are in a pandemic and we cannot be then running to alcohol to sort out our issues.
Absolutely. Also, South Africa has ranked ninth most affected country by the pandemic around the world.
Exactly. So alcohol cannot now become an additional problem to them.
Nope.
Meanwhile, in Zimbabwe, while the rest of the world battles this COVID-19 pandemic, they are dealing with another epidemic.
An outbreak of diarrhea has killed 9 people out of more than 1,800 cases in the past month in Zimbabwe's second largest city, Bulawayo. The outbreak is blamed on contaminated water supplied by the city council.
The short and long of it is that we are experiencing this problem of diarrhea, but we don't know whether it's a solution for us to come here. We get medication, but we are still drinking from the same taps and the same pipes. Okay. If the system is still the same, is there any change really?
We lost, in fact, quite a number of people. in this area in Luveve, and it ended up being said it was typhoid. But then city council officials showed no remorse because they ended up saying no, these people, they don't wash their water containers. No wonder why.
Due to lack of water, Bulawayo residents use wells and boreholes contaminated by raw sewage flowing from burst pipes. This has resulted in repeated waterborne diseases such as the cholera outbreak of 2018 and 2019.
Sadly, this is another classic case of poor governance.
Yeah.
The locals who are actually living under these very bad conditions are saying the source of the problem is the contaminated water. But the local government officials are saying, no, the system just works fine. Somehow it's in the heads of the people who are actually 9 dead people.
And bare minimum, these are the things that you guys should put in place, you guys as the leadership of the country, to protect the people, keep them safe, and keep them healthy.
Yes, don't deny the issue, investigate, and more than that, fix it.
That's why
Just
you got the
fix
job.
it.
And now for our news blast from the past with Walter.
And now, for a blast from the past. There's a guy called Fautanga Bambani Sissoko, also known as the Playboy from Mali. This guy literally got away with $242 million. I'm not talking about shillings, dollars. So, this guy, one day in August 1995, walked into the Islamic Bank of Dubai and asked for a bank loan for a car, simple car. He got it, and then he invited the manager to his place. So when the manager got to his place, there's this guy who came out rushing. Like, oh my goodness, there's dark power there. So this guy is like, what do you mean there's dark power there? And then Bambani said, oh, if you give me money, I can double it. Give me some money. So this guy gave him some little money. So he took it to this room, and then according to the manager's story, he said there was lights, and then he was hearing voices. And then when he went back into the room, the money had doubled. People, this was the beginning of what they call the biggest heist to me, because the guy is still working and living up to now. So when he got out, the bank manager started sending him money to double it, because capitalism, you need to double money. Who cares, right? Who cares who it hurts? But so he sent the money, and this guy was supposed to double it. But along the way, Bambani was outsmarted the Dubai guys. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to open up different accounts and blast. He married women. He married women. A lot of women. Bought them presents. A lot of presents. Got to know the people in this community. Bought a mansion in Miami. Blasted and blasted. So when he was finally arrested in America, do you know which case were backing for him? Congressmen. Like, this guy had people, he had influence. He was only in jail for 48 days. At most, 48. And he was released on bail. Then, in his sharpness, he's like, you know what? Because in Dubai, he is still a wanted man. He went to Mali. Mali has no law where they can extradite him. He went to Mali, he became an MP, and lived happily ever after. But he cannot get out of Mali, because as soon as he gets out of Mali, ka-ching, arrested. But now the man is just old, chilling in his village, enjoying his life. Is he still rich? No. But do you know the term enjoyment, co-enjoyment? This guy enjoyed his life. And that's it. For a blast from the past.
Mr. Babani, well done. Is he still accepting more wives, Belinda?
I doubt that. He is an old man now. Yeah. Also, it goes to show that, come on, stolen money is never really your money.
Yeah, that's true. On a lighter note, remember 3 weeks ago, Plants attended an opera concert in Barcelona. Well, we finally got one for the medical workers or the health workers. They got to attend a free opera concert.
In Paris.
The Palais Garnier in Paris has reopened its doors to the public for free concerts. The occasion was to pay tribute to the dedication and courage of healthcare workers in recent months. Conductor Philippe Jordan, soprano Julie Fax, and baritone Stéphane Degout, among other performances, took part in this concert in celebration of July the 14th to associations and caregivers. A little over 800 persons gathered in the hall with 1,900 seats. The first performance since the beginning of the confinement. Every year, the Paris Opera opens for free on July the 14th. This year's concert was dedicated to healthcare workers and broadcast live on social networks.
Very well done, France, especially after all the havoc they've gone through these last couple of months.
Yeah.
It's very nice to see that the health workers can be able to actually go out. People can actually sit in a place and enjoy a concert. I mean, I know I could use a concert right now.
Don't we all, right? Like a classical concert would be great after dealing with all the COVID-19 and for putting their lives out to save us. We really appreciate all the health workers around the world. Thank you for watching the Daily News Africa. Catch us next week as we continue to dissect news in and around Africa. Bye.